5-0 in the preseason. The Stampeders come to town with a record of 2-2. These two teams met just 2 nights ago. The Bombers prevailing by a score of 3-2. Landon Alexander, the shorthanded goal for the game winner. The difference in that one, we're just a few minutes away from puck drop here. The Bombers, of course, will close out the preseason tomorrow night, the third and final installment of the Battle of Northern Manitoba. The Blizzard will be here for a 7:30 face-off time, and then it all starts for real. Mike Slip 1 week from tomorrow. The home and home with the L'Orange Ice Wolves, another SJHL regular season just around the corner.
Yeah, it's coming on upon us here, Hardy. I just want to mention I have a soft spot, a couple of soft spots in my house, in my heart for Swan Valley, the Swan River. First off, my son played his 20-year-old season in Swan River, loved it. It wasn't the greatest team in the world at that time, but he loved being there. And also, I want to thank all the people in Swan River who took such great care of our evacuees during our fire season. I've heard nothing but great things about how they were treated. We had a lot of people there, and everybody I've talked to that was in Swan River said it was fantastic, and they were treated like gold. So thank you very much, Swan River. I hope you're watching us tonight, and hopefully we have a great hockey game for you.
Beautiful little community, and I'll tell you something, I got a soft spot in my heart too. My grandparents had a farm in Minnetonka, so I spent many years out there, and my mom was born in Swan.
Well, I have my Swan River, or Swan Valley jersey, my son's jersey, hanging up in my man cave at home. I told Janice I should wear it, but I didn't think Regs would appreciate it. So
he's not focusing on what's happening up here, Mike. He's got other things to worry about than your wardrobe.
My son played for the Bombers too, so it's kind of a neat evening for us. So it was quite a while ago that he played for Swan, but as I say, he loved it there. He loved playing there, and
that's a beautiful community.
It is, and I've heard that. I got to play that golf course. I hear it's good too. So
yeah, I've had the pleasure of doing that as well. 2 up-and-coming teams here, though, Mike. Both teams work hard. I know I asked Mike Reagan the other night in the game. I didn't see it. Swan River's got a lot of upcoming guys working hard, looking to get back up in the standings. Flin Flon, the same thing. And I think we're going to see a lower-scoring game than you and I have seen the last little while, and I think it's going to be decided by 1 goal.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to see closer to more regulars.
Set for puck drop here. The Flin Flon Bombers going to be starting off with the trio of veterans tonight. Landon Alexander, like we said, had the shorthanded game winner against the Stampeders back on Tuesday. He'll be there along with Joey Lees and Rhett Ewan. That'll be the forward group to start things off here tonight. Back end, it's going to be Brett Leibel and Nathan Mounier. Nathan Mounier wearing a different sweater number tonight at number 16. They don't have a number 6, so that's where he's wearing 16. Stampeders look like they're going to go with the forward trio here as well. It's going to feature number 12 here, Luke Scheck. He'll be joined up front here with Ekim Dalawal, former Brandon AAA Wheat King. Left side, they've got Venice. Back end, they're going to go with a couple defensemen here in James Collison, as well as the other Scheck. So we're underway here, preseason hockey action, the Bombers and Stampeders. Stampeders will be in the Paw on Saturday to close out the preseason as the puck is set down the ice and Flin Flon races after it. This is Mounier who's got it inside his own zone. Played that ahead. Rhett Ewan, a nice drop pass picked up by Lees. He'll bank that off the boards. The Swan River netminder will come out to play it. That's number 29, Rowan White, by the way. And the Stampeders will clear it back to center. Mounier will chip that back in. This will chase the Stampeder D-man Colison back of his own net. Colson there to get it. He'll grab that and fire it inside the Flin Flon zone. Puck goes back of the Bomber net. Flin Flon changing things up. They'll move that one ahead. Banked off the boards that time by Tremblay. Made his debut against L'Orange Ice Wolves on Sunday. Had an assist in that game. Pierce Yakubchuk will hold it in. Knocked down back of the net that time by Carson Conley. One of the Bombers is down. Conley gets it back. He played that one ahead over to Martin. Martin can't clear the puck out. Flin Flon holds it in. There's a chance out front, but it comes back to center ice. Knocked down here. And sent back inside the Swan River zone. Stampeders have it. That's Bolding. Gets it back to center ice. Picked up by Bulkholder. And he'll fire it in. Yakubchuk back of the Flin Flon net. He'll get a hold of it. Had a Stampeder in pursuit of him. Good forecheck by the Stampeders here early as Flin Flon will dump it out. Looking for Lalumiere, who leads all point getters in the preseason. Had 5 points against the Ice Wolves on Sunday, including 4 goals, and he looks like he's going to be a fun player to watch this year.
You get 5 points in a game, you're going to be up there in the scoring preseason scoring race. So a good start. A lot of high pace, no shots, I don't think, but. Who do we got in net for the Bombers? Burrows tonight, who played the other night here against...
And they're going to go half and half. The newcomer, Devin Peck, is going to come in relief tonight. White Stetton back in uniform tonight as he gets set for the face-off here against the Stampeders' Goebel. Face-off to the right of the Swan River netminder, Rowan White. Bombers win the face-off. Back to blue line. Fired on target that time, right on the tape, and hammered home that time by the defenseman here. Fashon, who I've really been impressed with in both training camp and the preseason, and he made no mistake that time. As soon as on the stick, he got the quick shot. Stetton will line up for the face-off once again against Goebel. Stetton tied up in the face-off circle. Lalumiere will try to pick it up. Knocked away from him. Bombers hold it in. That's Holmes at the blue line. That one went wide. The Stampeders will chip it back to center. Holmes will pick it up, and that's White Yakubchuk wearing number 15 tonight, not Nash Holmes. Anyway, Stetton will hold it in. Back out front. Bombers move it back to blue line. Held in this time. Back to Yakubchuk, a chance. Blocked in front. The Bombers after it. They'll fire that over top of that. Good opportunity that time. Courtesy of Michael Donovan, another good-looking rookie Bomber trying to make this team. Flin Flon tried to throw it out front. Comes to the blue line. Knocked down by Yakubchuk. He'll send it back inside the zone. Stampeders can't clear it out. Lalumiere knocked it down. He's tripped up. Penalty going to be called here. And that lethal Flin Flon Bomber power play going to get a chance to rock and roll here early. The Bombers, 5 power play goals on 11 opportunities, clicking at 45% here in the preseason. Wow.
The Bombers were swarming there too. They got 1 or 2 shots, I guess, but they were swarming. The Swan Valley was stuck in their zone. So, and you're right, Rob. This is a very powerful power play.
Joey Lees will come out to take the face-off here against the Stampeders. Ekum Dalawal. Puck held in this time. There's an opportunity now for Lees. A shot. Good right patch. Saved that time. Kicked out. Courtesy of the Swan River netminder. Flin Flon will hold it in for the time being. Now it comes out. Grabbed here by Dalawal. Dalawal will flip the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. Lees is there back of his own net. And he'll drop that one off to Fashon. Fashon will take off. Left side. Here's a nice pass up the left side. Grabbed here by the Bombers. Leo Seitz back in uniform here tonight. Seitz throws that back of the net where it's grabbed here by Alexander. Blue line for Fashon. Feeds that one back over. Quick chance deflected out front. The goalie down, but he didn't see the puck and cleared back down the ice on target. Burrows will make the save, and Fashon will come over and pick it up side of the Bomber net. Almost caught the puck up back of his own net. Pierce Yakubchuk there to grab that. He'll send the pass back to center. A little bit in behind the Flin Flon Bomber forward that time, which was Reed Arbery. Bombers make their way back inside their own zone, trying to get refocused here. That's Mounier. Mounier back to center ice. The Bombers will flip it in. Picked up here by Stetton. Stetton back of the Swan River net. Wyatt Stetton to the blue line. Mounier knocked it down. Back out front. One-timer fired over top of the net that time by Arbery. Bombers hold it in. Stinton again at the blue line. Here's Mounier's shot on target. Save made by the Stampeder netminder. White, some chances for Flin Flon. 35 seconds to go on the power play. And just over 60 minutes remaining in the opening period. And the Bombers setting up well, but the Stampeders doing a good job protecting the front of the net.
Beauchamp made a nice play there. He didn't have a shot on net, but he just threw it out in front. The Bomber couldn't get his stick on it, but it was a smart play. Didn't try to force anything.
Lalamier will wrap that around the boards, looking for Yakimchuk. That's intercepted, but the Stampeders can't clear. Held in. Chance for Mounier, walking in, and the save made again by White, who's been sharp here tonight. Rebound control, very good.
Yes. Looks
5
like
shots for Flin Flon here in the early going. So Flin Flon out shooting the Stampeders 5-0. There are 21 seconds remaining here on their first power play of the night. Wide Stinton back in there for the face-off again against Dallowall. Looks like they're going to wave Stinton out, so Lalamier will go in to take the draw. Lalamier ties up with his guy. The Bombers win the draw. They get it back out to Yakimchuk, won't shoot it. Here's Mounier. On the boards to Arbery. Back over to Yakimchuk. Quick chance. Kicked out again. Rebound picked up. Flipped down the ice. 8 seconds remaining in the Flin Flon power play. And 15 and a half in the opening period. Still scoreless. Bombers Stampeders here. Preseason action at the Whitney Forum. Penalty is over. And Flin Flon 0 for 1. So good job by the Stampeders to kill that first power play of the game. Dallowall couldn't get the puck out. Rolled back. That was grabbed that time by Fleming. Stampeders will try to get something going. There's a good move that time by Zielinski. Tried to headman that one. Broke it up in the Flin Flon Bomber blue line. Bombers jump back on top of it again. One of the young D-men here will bring it up the middle. Across the line, that's Betard, who made his debut against the Stampeders on Tuesday. Had a goal in that game. From Alaska. Back out front. Over a chance. Blocker saved that time by White. Stampeders can't clear. Flin Flon holds it in. Puck fired on target again. Save is made. Rebound corralled back of the goal. And the Bombers will try to work it back out front. Stampeders once again having a tough time getting the puck out. They'll fire that off the boards. Cut off at center that time by Leibel. Poked away. Stampeders get it back. That's Fleming. Fleming up the middle. Chip back inside the Flin Flon zone that time by Campbell. Stampeders jump on it. Dallowall in the corner. Tried to work it back out front. He'll come back to the right point instead. There's a quick shot. Redirects off Ulmer's stick over the glass and out of play. 8-0 the shots. Flin Flon 14-16 to go, but decent goaltending by Rowan White so far for the Stampeders.
Best, as again we said it last game, your best penalty killer is your goalie, and let me tell you, Rowan White has come out with a big start here. He's made some really nice saves, 8 good saves.
Dallowall wins the face-off inside the Flin Flon zone. The Stampeders try to go to work here offensively. They've not had a shot so far in the game. Here's one out front. There's a chance that time, but Legault couldn't get it through traffic there. Set up perfectly in front. Dallowall logging a lot of minutes here for the Stampeders early. Flin Flon will get the puck out. Lees will flip that one over. Alexander will dump it in. The Stampeders go back to get it. That's Colison around the boards, picked up here by Bennett. He'll flip it ahead. Knocked down at center ice. That's Seitz feeding that one back inside the zone. Flin tried to come back up the middle, deflected inside the Stampeder zone. White will come out to play it. Ripped it around the boards, grabbed this time by Scheck. Scheck tried to play that one ahead, and that one goes off the stick of Flin over the glass and out of play. 13:29 to go in the opening period. No score, Bombers Stampeders, and Flin Flon lots of shots, but have not been able to get that one key chance really in tight on that Swan River get.
Well, and he's just made some great saves. I'm very impressed so far with Rowan White.
Seitz wins the face-off. The Bombers have the puck. Here's the quick pass. Set back inside. The Swan River zone by Tremblay. Arbery back to the goal out front. Tremblay couldn't get much wood on it though. Great play by the veteran Reed Arbery back of the net. He sends it out front and wide open that time.
Bombers moving the puck real nicely here tonight, and I think that's if this is any indication, they got to get White moving back and forth and get bodies in front to beat him.
Leo Seitz to line up for the face-off here against Goebel. Off the draw, Arbery. He'll rip that one wide. Pitching him that time was Mounier. Puck is in the corner. The Bombers dig it free. Seitz back at it. Take it off the plate. Good defense that time by Goebel. Puck lifted back to center. Mounier tried to get a stick on it. Arbery will come back and pick it up in his own blue line. Here's Reed Arbery. Arbery to center, back across the Swan River line. Will dump it in. He'll chase it down himself, but cut off back in it before he gets sandwiched. Bolding, paying the price for that one. Good body check there by a couple of Flin Flon Bombers. Yakubchuk can't hold that puck in. It'll hit a leg, go down the ice, and Batard is there to get it. Batard out of Anchorage, Alaska. Bombers excited to get him out of the North American Hockey League as the puck is flipped back down the ice. This will chase the Stamps D-man Reimer back, icing negated. Reimer back of his own net will take a look. Forced back of the goal by Arbery. Reimer played it ahead to center, trying to come back to Haley. That got cut off and scooped up by Gronwald and set back inside Flin Flon territory with Zielinski waiting for it. There's Zielinski along the boards. Puck set back of the Flin Flon net. Good forecheck by the Stampeders again, in particular Alex Campbell. He's back there trying to make something happen. Bombers trying to get the puck out. They'll move it ahead. This is Yakubchuk to center ice to Stinton. He'll dump it in off the boards. White stopped that, played it around the boards to Haley. Can't clear it out. Stinton holds it in. Puck is then taken away that time by Zielinski. Can't clear it out. Gets a second chance. Throws it back up the middle. Vachon cut that one off, and he'll chase it down inside his own zone. Feeds it back to the Wyatt Yakubchuk. Puck is bouncing at center. Lalamere wasn't sure. Flin Flon will fire it on target. The same made White get a race out of his net again. Around the boards it goes. Picked up here by Campbell. Campbell tied up inside the zone. Puck loose back of the Swan River net. Grabbed by Fleming. Tried to go home run toss, but Yakubchuk got a piece of it. Dollawall tried to get it free. Stampeders still looking for their first shot of the hockey game. Dollawall back out front. There's an opportunity. The blue line. That went off the goalpost. Puck is loose. And the Stampeders will score. Ryder Bennett will jump on the rebound. I don't think Burroughs had any idea where the puck was. I think he lost sight of it right away as soon as it hit the post. You saw him looking around. Not bad for the Stampeders. 2 shots, and they got a goal to take an early 1-0 lead. Ryder Bennett able to tap that one home.
Yeah, they had pressure, and I agree with you, Rob. Young Burroughs didn't know where it was. It went off the post, and he was down, and he might have got a shot away, and he stopped it, but then the rebound went in.
So Bennett will get the goal here. I'm sure Dollawall will get an assist.
I like the way this Dollawall skates.
He's been probably their best forward tonight. Can't hear the assists. We'll try and get them on the score sheet here later tonight, but all in all, it is a 1-0 Swan River lead. Stampeders striking first here tonight on just 3 shots, being outshot 10-3, but they got a goal. Puck at center ice. Bombers will grab it, and they'll flip that on target. White will have that go off his glove. Rebound picked up here by Lanigan. Lanigan plays that one back. Big hit there as Ewan lined up his guy, but the puck will make its way back in Flin Flon territory with Mounier there to get it. Mounier up the boards. Flin Flon can't clear to the blue line. Picked up and fired on target that time. Quick release, courtesy of Bokelder. Now we have something happening behind the net. Penalty's going to be handed out here. I'm not sure if it's 1 guy or 2 guys, but looks like just the 1 penalty to the Stampeders. It's going to be a slashing call. And Flin Flon will get a chance to go back on the power play here. A slash to Trace Lanigan. And Flin Flon will get their second power play. They'll try to answer the early goal here by Swan River.
Yeah, a little undisciplined by Lanigan. He and Mounier must have had something going, and Lanigan took the swipe at his shin pad. So they're going to call that every time when they can see it. So see this powerful Flin Flon Bomber preseason power play here.
Well, no surprise. Dollawall out there for the face-off against Lees. He takes all their big draws. And we'll see what the Bombers can do as they'll throw that one in the corner. Back to blue line it goes. Grabbed here by Seitz. Seitz. Blue line here for Sean. Back out front to Lees. A hard low drive. Just missed along the right post. Rebound picked up by Ewan. He'll work it back out front to Seitz. Here's Ewan. Blue line for Fashon. Back out front, Joey Lees. Back out front. Nice pass. Ewan backdoor. Great save by Rowan White. That's his best of the game so far, and he's had some good ones. Bombers hold it in. Fashon, long shot. Didn't miss by much. There's one off the post at the off angle that time. That was Leo Seitz back of the net. Flin Flon working hard, trying to tie up the game. They'll poke it back to blue line. Fashon will knock it down. Can he keep it in? Yes. Oh, no, he can't. Good effort that time by guess who? Dollawall back there to break this up. He'll carry the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Flip that over top of the net. 1:05 to go in the power play. Here's a pass up to Lalomere. He'll poke it ahead. Lalomere across the line, made a nifty move. Lalomere back out front. There's a chance by Sept. It got blocked. Fashon holds it in. Along the boards to Sept. Back to Fashon. Sept takes a look. Back of the goal to Lalomere. Back out front, Fashon trying to come across. It does get there eventually. Broken up when it gets there. Held it by Fashon. Shot right on. Kicked out by White. Lees has got the rebound. Here's Fashon. Lees in the corner. 32 seconds to go in the power play. Lees will work it back to the blue line. Swings that pass back to Sept. Back out front. Fashon! Walked in right off the chest that time of the netminder White. Boy, nobody's fooling him in this opening period. I'm not sure what happened to the Sept there. He went down in the corner, though. Nobody was really around him. Puck is flipped back down the ice, and racing out of his own net that time is the Bombers' Burrows. Played it ahead. Here's Yakubchuk on the charge. Yakubchuk back in the Swan Valley net. Blue line from Mounier, just holds it in. Now he loses it. Stolen by Dollawall. Dollawall cutting it on goal. Here's Dollawall. Backhand. Can he get it to go? No, he can't. Good save that time. Best of period here for Braden Burrows. Stampeders that close to taking a 2-0 lead. I think that would have been a shorthanded goal. The penalty just expired after he got in tight. Stampeders hold it in, shot in front, save is made. Dollawall's after it, took a couple whacks at it. Bombers get it clear. Lalomere does get the puck out. Comes back in, now Yakubchuk will get it out there. This will force the Stampeders check back to center. Throws it in front. Redirected off Mounier to the front of the net, and the Bombers having a tough time putting the puck in the basket tonight. What a great save that White made. One big save on Leo Sept and another big save he made on Rhett Ewan.
Yeah, Braden Burrows with a huge save too down there, but I'll tell you one thing that I was real impressed with him. The Stampeders were making a change. He recognized it, came racing out of the net and made a pass up to the blue line, the Bomber forward, and just a real heads-up play by Braden Burrows.
So Bennett has the goal here at the opening period. Luke Scheck the assist on that one. And that's the official on the opening goal here tonight at 8:57. A 1-0 Swan Valley lead. Later tonight, the Larange Ice Wolves in action. They'll host the Nipawin Hawks, the only other SJHL preseason game tonight. And that Nipawin Hawk team, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people talking about them, and they should be. That could be one heck of a team to watch this year.
Yeah, we were expecting a lot out of them last year. They never really transpired, but they're a very young team last year. They have one or two 20-year-olds, Rob? Two. So, that bodes well for the following year. And
they just got some premier forwards. I mean, you look at a guy like Ashton Tate,
yep, Mason
Karkachuk. They've got Finley Randloff. I mean, that's three potential top 10 scorers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I like their goaltender Roberts. I thought he's as steady as they come.
You're right.
And and it's funny because Tad kind of went under the radar last year. A lot of the moves he made because it wasn't really a prolific team, and everybody was focused on what Flin Flon's doing, what Melfort's doing. He brought some pretty good guys in the supporting cast. That's going to be one heck of a hockey team. Fans in Nipawin should be very excited about the upcoming season. Puck will go back inside the Stampeders zone. They have a 1-0 lead here in the opening period. 7:25 to go. Flin Flon out shooting the Stampeders 14-8, but it's the Stampeders are front 1-0 and really could be ahead 2-0, but they're going to take another penalty here. This is going to be Goebel Hill. This is going to be, I think, for a cross check most likely. So a little bit of undiscipline by Swan River here in the early going. Other than that, they've held their own pretty good. It is a cross check.
You mentioned Coach Cozen. He took a lot of heat last year with the moves he made. He was building for this year. And,
he was, and he's done a great job.
You can't do it all in 1 year in junior hockey, and he's done a fantastic job. I totally agree, and I totally agree with you on Roberts in net. He was excellent.
Tell you what, they're not going to be a free 2 points this year. Fashon will throw that back to the side of the net. Sept will keep that in. That's Rhett Ewan, who had that great chance last time. Back out front, Lee's a one-timer, hits somebody in front of the net. You can see White looking behind him. He had no idea where the shot was. Good shot by Joy, but it hit somebody in front of the net. Sept will knock it down. Hangs on, shoots, and he scores! Leo Sept has tied the game on a power play goal. And I wonder if we're going to get the replay here, Mike, because I thought that White really didn't react well to this shot.
No.
I'm not sure if he was trying to play the pass or what he was doing. I don't know if we have replays tonight or not. Here we go. Now what? No, that's after the goal.
I don't know if he didn't move. I don't know.
No, I think he might have been playing the pass. No replays tonight, I guess, for the preseason, but Leo Sept will score.
I'll tell you, the Bombers moving the puck around in the offensive zone, whether it's on the power play or not, really nicely.
So tied up at 1 here. A power play marker. Flin Flon is 1 for 3. It's Leo Sept. Will get his, I believe, first of preseason. As the Bombers will have a chance for 2-on-1. That's broken up at center ice. Grabbed here by Zielinski. He'll play it back to Haley. He's across the line. Haley, good move, gets it in tight. The goaltender Burrows will play it. Bombers slipping the blue line. Puck laying there, grabbed here by Stetton, who's got a burst. Stetton up the left side. Wyatt Stetton walks in, shoots, scores! Wyatt Stetton on the top of the right shoulder. And just like that, the Flin Flon Bombers will take a 2-1 lead, and that time, White sat deep in his net. He definitely was thinking about the pass for sure that time.
He did go deep in it. There it is there, Rob, the replay. Deep in his net, and he went down early, and Wyatt Stinton put it up in the above his shoulder on the right-hand blocker side.
So that'll come at the 13:37 mark. So there's 32 seconds after Seitz tied the game. Stetton will come back, and he'll put Flin Flon in front 2-1. Bombers out shooting the Stampeders 16-8 in the opening period as they'll throw the puck in after the face-off. Stampeders back to get it. They'll play it off the boards. Back to center, puck is bouncing. The goal scorer for the Stampeders. Bennett after it, throws it across the line. Knocked down in front. There's Yakimchuk, nice pass to Bedard. Bedard's got it. Tried to make a move there. He couldn't. That got blocked. Now the puck will come out. This will force Yakimchuk back in his own zone. Yakimchuk will feed that over to Bedard. Back to Yakimchuk. Ahead to Ulmer. He'll dump that one in deep. Bombers can't catch up with it. Stampeders move it ahead. They're looking for a Dollawall, but play got broken up. Now it's inside the Stampeders zone. They'll chop at it. Picked up here by Fleming. Fleming on move at center ice, throws that one in behind Martin, and it's intercepted. Here's a chance now for Mounier, walking in, and he'll score as well. It's 3-1 Flin Flon. And Nathan Mounier picked it up. He walks in, he'll go low glove side. And boy, it's funny how things can change.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes of this period, it was all Rowan White.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they're going to be able to get a puck past him.
I would agree with you.
And then bang, bang, bang. It's just things change so quickly in this game.
The next 3 shots went in, and
all been partial break. Well, 2 of them have been partial breakaways.
Yeah, I think though young Rowan White could have had all 3 of them, but you're right. First one maybe not, but I think you'd like to have at least 2 of them back.
Stampeders stepping it after the goal. It's 3-1 Flin Flon. Stampeders keep the puck in. That one fired wide that time by Colison. Mounier's lost his stick. Tries to play it ahead. Stampeders will try to take advantage. They'll get that along the left boards. Picked up here by Gronwald. Fired wide of the target. Bombers after it. Can't get it out. Opportunity for Leo Seitz. He got the first goal here tonight. He's pinned up along the boards by the Stampeders' Podkolnis. Mounier going to try and get off the ice without a stick, but he's got to stay out there. Seitz has it. Arbery back of the goal, and now he'll lift it out. This will come back inside the Stampeders zone. Sheck grabs it at his blue line, played that one ahead. Puck off a skate. Stampeders can't get it in. Now they'll get a chance, picked up here by Gronwald. Dumps it in deep. Bomber D-man. Fashon back of his own net. Bombers play it ahead. Here's a quick pass to Rhett Ewan. Ewan across the line. Rhett Ewan hangs on. Rhett Ewan a chance. And White had that go off his left pad. Puck to the blue line. Fashon holds it in. Back over to Rhett Ewan. Ewan along the boards. Can't knock it down. Puck came out front. Deflected just wide that time by Alexander. Lee's in the corner. Tried to come out front. Hit a stick. Intercepted by the Stampeders. Haley gets it back to center ice. Then we see the Gronwald get dumped. Lees will pick it up across the line. Lees to the middle of the ice. Hangs on. Joey Lees a chance. Good save that time by White. Bombers continue to pour on the shots. Out shooting The Stampeders 17-8 in this opening period. Lees again. Inside the zone, out front, just behind Alexander. Stampeders need to get it down the ice. Another penalty coming up. I think Alexander's going to go for a charging call. And now he's mixing it up here with Zach Zielinski, but looks like the Stampeders are going to get their first power play of the game.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but Landon Alexander's a hard hitter, and he's been known to take the odd penalty, but he's really made himself a nice home here. He's a real physical player.
So the Stampeders go to the power play for the first time here tonight. Their power play, two goals on 10 opportunities. Bomber penalty kill doing very well. They've only given up one power play goal in the entire preseason. 93. Geez, if they could keep these numbers, their penalty kill 93%, their power play 45, you're going to win a lot of hockey games, are you not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stampeders forced back in their own zone. It's Conley. Conley will feed it back to center. That's grabbed this time, courtesy of Colison. Back to Dallowall, looking for some room. Had that breakaway. Would have been interesting. He would have been able to put that one in. Legault feeds that one over to Conley. Shot out front. Good save there by the Bomber netminder. Burrows reaching down to get the right pad, and Bombers will send it the length of the ice as Conley will go back to retrieve the puck in Swan River territory. They'll drop it back to Legault. Center ice for Dallowall. Back across the Bomber line. Legault pinching in, but nice job that time by the Bombers. Sent back down inside Swan River territory. Bolding is there, able to turn the corner. Here comes Bolding to the goal scorer. That's Scheck. Back to Bolding. Left side check, shot right on. Good save made, rebound, back down the ice. 2:18 to go in the period, 55 seconds remaining in the Swan River power play. Bolding back to retrieve the puck. He'll move this one quickly. Grabbed here at center ice, courtesy of Goebel. He gets in, gets a shot away. Save is made by Burrows, rebound held in. Flin Flon in front, 3-1. Stampeders trying to answer here with a power play late. Bombers intercept, back down the ice it goes. White out of his own net, he'll play it around the boards here, picked up here by Goebel, couldn't grab it. Lee's in there trying to prevent things. Goebel gets it back, he's to center. He'll flip that puck over to Campbell. Campbell, got to come back out front, knocked away, down the ice it goes. White the save, he'll dispose of it quickly to Fleming. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Puck set back in the Flin Flon zone. Mounier, a goal tonight, will get a hold of it, he'll rip it off the glass, and here comes Arbery racing down the ice. White once again going to go well out of his own net. He'll play it around the boards. Power play is over, and the Stampeders are 0 for 1 here tonight. Leo sights a goal here in the opening period. He's got the puck, throws it out front. White got a piece of that. Tremblay will knock it down. Back of the goal for Arbery. Back out front, intercepted this time by the Stampeders' Martin. Martin to center, will lift it back inside Flin Flon territory. There's Fashon. Fashon will pick it up. A minute to go in the opening period. Here comes the smooth skating Fashon to center. Fashon trying to go coast to coast. There does. Good save by White. Boy, that was a picture of beauty. Now they got a big slugfest going on at the side of the Bomber net, but you talk about the Bombers moving the puck, looking pretty good free-wheeling tonight. How about that last play by Fashon?
Boy, he's got wheels. He's you're right, Rob. He's very impressive so far. The Stampeders not happy with the little extra tap that Rowan White made. You know, he mentioned that breakaway by Dallowall. I'll tell you, what was as nice as a breakaway was the save that Burrows made on that. He's made some really nice saves here in this period too. He seems a lot more comfortable tonight. Of course, he's been here a little while now, more than a day. So he's played a very nice game so far. But that save on Dallowall was he just tracked the puck beautifully.
So they've handed out. Geez, that's one of the players sitting in the wrong part of the penalty box here. I guess they'll get that rectified after there's a whistle. Anyway, coincidental minors being handed out here late with 40 seconds remaining in this opening period. A 3-1 Flin Flon lead. There's a steal there. They get that puck back to Mounier. Mounier, blue line. There's a shot. Look out. Did not miss by much. A nice shot by Batard. Stampeders trying to get the puck out here. Nice job this time. As Collision will carry it out. Got a guy draped all over him. The puck is lost. Mounier has it. 17 seconds. Still has time to go. Takes down his guy. Bennett. Stampeders get the puck, and there's a tripping penalty going against Flin Flon for sure. No doubt about that one, as Lanigan was taken down. Puck will make its way back to White, and looks like that power play is going to carry over to the second period as time is going to expire. But no question about that one. We'll see what the Stampeders can do with the power play early in the second to try and get back in this game.
Absolutely. They're going to have a great chance here. Got a little physical, which is good. The guys want to show their coaches that they can play the heavy game, and both teams did. Very impressed. Rowan White made some really nice saves. He had a couple he liked back, like I say, and Braden Burrows, I thought, had a great first period.
He really, he didn't have to make nearly as many saves as White, but some big saves. You mentioned the breakaway by Dahlwell, obviously a big one. He also made some big saves on that power play as well.
Yeah, he really looks like he's tracking the puck well tonight. So good for Braden Burrows, and we're going to see a Swan Valley Stampeder power play here to start the second period.
Let's take a look at the first period scoring summary. The Stampeders would get on the board first at the 8:57 mark. Bennett just taking advantage. It was a nice job by Sheck at the blue line. He fired it off the post. Burrows could not track the puck. It was laying there, and Bennett was able to get out front. He'll tap her home. The Stampeders took an early 1-0 lead. An inch away from taking a 2-0 lead on a breakaway by Dahlwell. No question about it. I'd say he's the Stampeders' best player, at least from what I've seen here tonight. But a good save by Burrows to hold him at bay. And again, you hear this with goaltending all the time. Not necessarily how many saves you make, but when you make them. Flin Flon able to respond with 3 straight. Seitz will get his first from Ewan and Alexander, a power play goal that would tie it at 13:05. They come right back at 13:37. Stinton, a nice goal. His first from Lalumiere. And then Nathan Mounier, an unassisted goal at 14:40 would round out the scoring here in the opening period. Shots favored the Bombers 20-11. Flin Flon 1 for 3 on the power play. The Stampeders 0 for 1. And we'll have a full 2 minutes to work with when we come back out here for the second period tonight.
Look forward to it. I tell you, there's some great skaters we've seen tonight. Voshan Daliwal come to mind.
And welcome back to one and only Whitney Forum as we're just about set to get rolling with the second period tonight between the Flin Flon Bombers and Swan Valley Stampeders once again. A 3-1 lead for Flin Flon, all the goals tonight, the first of the preseason. Seitz, Stitton, and Mounier all scoring their first, as has Bennett for the Stampeders, who actually opened up the scoring tonight. At 8:57, Stampeders will get a chance, so Mike, to get right back in the game as they will kick off the second period with the extra attacker.
Yeah, absolutely. Now's the chance for Swan to get back in this. I mean, it's only 3-1. There's still plenty of hockey left, so I want to see how these goalies rebound in the second period. I don't know if young Rowan White is going to play the whole game or not. I guess they're not. They're going to split on the Bomber side, but you know, and we said it before, Rob. You know, I don't think the coaches, they want to win, but that's not the most important thing.
No, it's about evaluating talent.
They're here to evaluate talent, which, you know, preseason isn't always the best, but I think it's been a pretty good hockey game so far tonight, and we've seen some good talent out there on both sides. But I'm sure both coaches are you know, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty here to start the season. Bomber golf tournament is on Saturday, and that usually is at least a team that starts the season who make it to the golf tournament. So a lot of nervous guys on either side doing their best to make their teams.
So it is a 3-1 Flin Flon lead as we're getting ready for the second period here tonight. Dollawall, very impressive forward for the Stampeders. We'll get set to take the draw here. His team, actually we're going to be 4-on-4 here for a minute 12.
4-on-3, Rob.
Oh, it's 4-on-3, so it is the Stampeder power play. There you go. So lots of open ice out there. Yakimchuk will fire that inside the Stampeder zone, picked up here by Conley. And the Stampeders will go to work to pass quickly to Dollawall. He'll pick it up at center. He's quickly across the Bomber line. Dollawall will bring it in. Yakimchuk trying to pin him up in the corner. He's looking for some assistance as well as Sheck is in there. He'll dig it free. Got it back out front. Chip towards the front of the Bomber net. Picked up by Mounier. He'll get it back to center. The goal scorer for the Stampeders in the opening period. Bennett gets it. Bennett across the Bomber line. He'll hang on to it. Here's Bennett in the corner. Picked up by Sheck. Back out front it goes. Here's Conley. Back to Bennett. Conley's got it. Traffic in front. Here's Bennett looking for a second light. Nice pass out front. Dollawall can't pull the trigger. Back to blue line to Conley. Can't hold it in. And the puck will come back to Stampede blue line. Dollawall will quickly jump on this. Nice pass to get it over to Bennett. But knocked away again. Dollawall comes back to get it his side of center. Here's Dollawall. Across the Bomber line. He'll hang on. Got bumped that time by the Flin Flon Bomber D-man Fashawn. And down the ice it goes. Stampeders will now be a 5-on-4 here for 42 seconds. As they've got the puck at center. Lamson will bring it in, knocked away from him. Stampeders can't hold it in. They're forced back on their side of center. That's Bolding. Bolding's got it. Played that one ahead to Martin. He'll flip it off the boards back inside the Flin Flon zone. 25 seconds remaining in the power play. Bombers have it. Here's an opportunity for Leo Seitz. Already a goal here tonight. Poked away. Stitton's also got a goal. Gets a hold of it and rips that one wide. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's the quick pass to center. Grabbed this time by Campbell. Campbell across the Flin Flon line, looking for someone to give it to. Knocked away back of the goal. That's Ulmer. He's bumped off the play. The Stampeders hold it in. One last chance. Off a skate. Good left pad save that time. Burrows looked like he was going the other direction, but able to make a great save, and he'll hang on. Stampeders come up empty. They're 0 for 2 with the extra attacker in this game. Once again, Flin Flon in front by a score of 3-1, just underway in the second period. Fashawn fanned on it. Puck does come out. Fashawn will go back and grab it. His pass picked off just outside the Bomber blue line, intercepted that time, but the Stampeders can't go any further. Fashawn will lead the charge again. He'll fire that one in deep, and Bombers will make changes. Puck picked up by the Stampeders. Reimer back of his own net. He gets bumped on the play. Reimer gets back up, gets the puck in the corner, around the boards it goes, intercepted, fired on target that time by Batard. Yakimchuk back on his side of center, back over to Batard, he'll dump it in on goal. Easy save that time, push to the corner, courtesy of the new goaltender, Sam Bastian. So Sam Bastian is now in between the pipes here. Rowan White went the opening period. Bastian is in there now, and I'm assuming he'll go the rest of the game. So a goaltending change here for the Stampeders. Meanwhile, Hot for Flin Flon will bring it in. Back to blue line. Yakimchuk through traffic, deflected. Good save that time. Bastian got his toe on that one. Once again, Flin Flon holding the puck in deep. That's Rhett Ewan, back of the goal. Knocked away from him. Hot trying to get out of traffic as well. Blue line knocked down. Fired on target. Loose puck in front, and the Bombers can't convert. And the Stampeders will pick it up. Here's a quick pass to center ice. They're looking for Pittscalney. Broken up and fired back in by Ewan. Racing in to get it is the Flin Flon Bombers, Landon Alexander. And the winner against the Stampeders on Tuesday, that nice short-handed goal as Flin Flon continues to keep the pressure on. Pass out front, goes wide, blue line. Fashon spins, fires, save, rebound, scores! Joey Lee's on the doorstep. And he'll tap that one home. And Lee's a pile of assists in the preseason, Mike.
Yeah.
But that's his first goal.
I tell you, the Bombers had the Stampeders running around in their own zone, and they just kept moving that puck around. And Joey Lee's has had a nice, although as you say, he's only got the one goal, but he's had a great preseason. I think he looks strong, he looks confident, and that's what they're going to need out of Joey Lee's this year. They're going to need him as a leader on this team, as a 20-year-old, and good to see.
Leo Sept will take the face-off here against Zach Zielinski, a 4-1 Flin Flon lead as they get their first puck past Sam Bastian here tonight. Collison is back in his own zone, trying to play that one ahead. Picked up instead here by Campbell at center. He'll throw it back in. There's Fashon trying to fight off a check. Played it ahead. The Bombers back on the attack. Leo Sept, a backhand pass. And he'll flip that over to his line mate, fired on by Tremblay. Save is made. Stampeders get the puck back. That's Campbell. Taken away here by Arbery. Here's a pass. He tried to come back up the middle that time. Over top of the stick of Tremblay. Holds up his guy. Stampeders will flip it off the boards back down the ice. It should be an icing call. It is. As Mounier will go back to touch up, and 15:55 remaining here in the second period. A big goal here by Joey Lee's first of the preseason. And I agree, he's, as a 20-year-old, they're going to be looking for a lot of things from him this year. And
he went right to the net and was there.
Almost anticipated exactly what the puck was going to be.
Yeah, exactly what I was getting at.
Zielinski and Stinton take the face-off. Bombers with the draw. Comes back out front. Good chance that time. And a good save again, courtesy of Bastian. That was Lalamere, who's had a lot of good games so far in the preseason. 4 goals against the Ice Wolves on Sunday, like we mentioned, comes close to scoring there. Lalamere will knock it down. Got that big reach going, but a couple Stampeders taken from him. Now it's chipped ahead. Bombers can't move it ahead. They get a couple opportunities. Now it goes in. That was Donovan, but that got blocked. And scooped up this time by Sheck. Sheck will carry it to center off the stick. It'll roll it around the glass, back of the Bomber net. And here's a quick pass. Tried to feed that one back over to the forward Donovan, but out of his reach. Puck comes the blue line. Held in here by Yakimchuk. Around the boards to Wyatt Stinton. Back to Yakimchuk. There's a shot. Blocked in front. Loose puck. They score! Tapped in again by Wyatt Stinton, his second of the night.
That had a little Bobby Orr to it, didn't it, Robbie? Wyatt was tripped up and sort of flying through the air, got a stick on it and shoveled it in the net. Nice goal.
Wyatt Stinton looking good. Another guy that could have a very big year, you know.
Yep.
He battled some injuries last year, Mike, but when he was in there, he was a pretty effective player.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You're right, he falls down, but the puck is loose, and he's able to swat it in for his second of the night. Bombers in business, a 5-1 lead.
Really nice effort by Wyatt Stinton.
So the Bombers get the puck after the face-off. They'll chip that inside their own zone. That goes off of Ulmer's stick.
Rob, did you notice today that ex-Bomber, ex-Milford Mustang, Ashton Paul signed a pro contract with the Huntsville Havoc of the Southern Provincial Hockey League today?
No, I did not, but congratulations to him. That's wonderful news. Here's Brehot. He'll get the puck in deep. I didn't see that. The last I saw he was going to go play hockey in Northern Alberta, but I guess that's changed.
Yep.
Well, good for him. From the Paw, Manitoba, Northern Manitoba.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good hockey player. Won a league championship, of course, with the Mustangs last year.
Had a great playoff.
Brehot's backhander just went wide. Bombers pouring on the pressure here. They have a 5-1 lead, 13:48 to go in this second period. Puck is loose. The Bombers kick it free. They'll let it go to the blue line. There's a long shot. That's blocked. Stampeders move it back to center where it's grabbed here by Calder, and then a big body check there. Stampeder bench will cheer. That's going to make out the number here for Flin Flon. That's
the new
Betard.
Yeah, Beck. His first name is Beck Betard. Met him. Nice young man.
So 13:27 to go second period. Try to catch up on these goals here. Lees, his first from Fashon and Alexander. And then they've got the goal up there for Wyatt Stinton, second tonight. Yakimchuk and Lalamier will get the assists. Lalamier's second of the game. Boy, what a preseason he's having.
Yeah.
9 points now for Lalamier.
Mike Reagan wants his face-off down in the other end, but it's not going to happen.
Joey Lees, who's got his first of the preseason, will line up for the face-off here.
Joey Lee's asking about where the face-off should be.
Goebel just outside the Flin Flon line. Puck will come back to center, scooped up here by Fleming. He'll send it in. There's Fashon back of the net. Around the boards to Alexander. He'll knock it down the ice, and Fleming will go back to get it with Lees on top of him. He'll play it off the boards. It comes out. Fashon will grab it just outside the Swan River blue line. Played it ahead to Rhett Ewan. Here's Rhett Ewan's chance. A shot sent wide. Puck will hit the boards. It'll come back down towards the Bomber blue line. Fashon waits for it, and he'll get rid of it quickly. Poked ahead. There's Rhett Ewan. Try to come back to Lees. Now the puck comes back inside the Flin Flon zone. Ewan feeds it back to Fashon. Fashon over to Betard. That hits a stick. Betard gets it back, and he'll hammer it inside the Swan River zone. Lees waits for it. Spins, fires, shot on target. Kicked away that time by Bastion. Rebound, Alexander didn't look like he had a stick, but he does. Gets to the blue line, chips it towards the front of the net, off his skate, and scooped up here by Reimer. Reimer gets it back to center before that one's knocked away by Fashon. Well, I'll tell you what, this Fashon, he has absolutely impressed me every game I've seen him play.
I totally agree. He's really invested, it looks like.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Flin Flon has it back at their blue line, hit a leg. Here's Reed Arbery. He's got some room. He's tripped up. That's going to draw a penalty. And the Bombers will go to the power play for the fourth time tonight. Mike slipped there, 1 for 3. We'll see what they can do here with already a 5-1 lead.
Yeah. Wyatt Stinton leaps over the boards. We've got Yakimchuk. I think that's Pierce.
Yep, number 5. And Mounier back out there. Mounier goal, of course, in the game tonight. Lalamier, 2 assists. Will take the face-off here. Inside the Stampeders zone as he'll line up here against Ekip Wall to the right of the netminder. Sam Bastion did not start the game, has come back here in the second period. Mounier will knock it down. Off the boards. Here's an opportunity for Arbery. Shot, save made, rebound. The Bombers after it. But Bastion will cover up now. Lalamier mixing it up in front of the net that time.
I like how Bastion tracked that puck there. He
hit him in the mask. You can see he's kind of shaking it off a little bit.
Originally hit him in the mask, and it's amazing the mask of today, Rob. That would have hit you and I in our day. Of course, you probably would have gone in the net, but back then you got cut even with a mask on. Now those masks just make a loud sound inside, and you're back at it.
Guys shoot the puck a lot harder now.
They do, absolutely. Equipment is so technical and lightweight and really protective.
Stinton will get waved out of the face-off circle, so Lalamier will go in to take the draw, wins the face-off, gets it back to Mounier. Swings that pass. Back over to Arbery. Arbery's got it. Nifty move there. Now he backtracks the blue line. Grabbed here by Mounier. Back to Arbery. Top of the circle. Back out front. Nice pass. Yakimchuk. He ripped it wide. Good puck movement, though, here by Flin Flon. Arbery knocked it down. Flin Flon remains on the power play. Back of the goal for Stinton. 2 already tonight. They'll swing it back to Yakupchuk. Blue line for Mounier. Back out front. Arbery shoots. Save made. Puck is loose. They try to jam it in. And Baston will track that and hang on. A minute 18 to go on the power play. 11:22 remaining in the second period. 5-1 Flin Flon in front. Four different goal scorers tonight with Wyatt Stitt in a pair.
Unlike last game where we had two, Lemire with 4 goals and Pierce Yakupchuk with 3.
And Muka had 2.
Yeah, and Muka had 2. That's right. You're right. And nearly 3.
Yeah, he had a goal post. Face off back inside the Stampeders zone. The right of the netminder Bastion. Off the draw. Flin Flon will chase it down deep in Swan River territory. They work it back to Joey Lees. They'll swing it to Sept. Fashawn back to Sept. Nice pass off front. Lees the one-timer. He scores! How about that? Another power play goal for Flin Flon. And another goal for Joey Lees as he strikes again.
What a great shot by Joey Lees.
What a great pass.
Yeah, exactly. Bombers moving the puck at will. Big night for the Flin Flon boys. Wyatt Stinton, Joey Lees, couple each.
And that's just a beautiful pass. Lees to one-timer. No chance there for Bastion. Flin Flon will take a 6-1 lead with 11:07 to go in the second period. Now out shooting the Stampeders 33-12. Line up at the face-off. The puck will get chipped back in Flin Flon territory. Stampeders after trying to answer back out front. There's a pass to start the reach that time of Bokelder. Sean can't knock it down. Now he gets a hold of it. He'll move it ahead. Bucket intercepted just outside the Bomber blue line. Fired back in by Bokelder. And yes, he'll chase the Bomber D-man Wyatt Yakupchuk back in his own zone. Try to play that one ahead. It'll roll back in the Stampeder zone. And racing back to get it is Bolden. Just got rid of it. Bolden got it back. Try to play that one ahead and hit a skate. Stays in the Stampeder zone and eventually scooped up here by Conley. He's at center. Flips it back in the Bomber zone. There's Wyatt Yakupchuk. Somebody lost a stick out there. Puck will bounce back to the Bomber net. They're trying to come back out front. That's knocked down here, but they can't get a shot away. Bokelder held it in for the time being. Now it comes out. Bokelder back, fell down. Racing after it was Yakupchuk inside the Stampeder zone. Lemire can't pick it up. Stampeders have it. A little bit scrambly right now. That'll go to center ice. Tapped in that time by Bokelder. Comes in front of the Bomber net. Icing called against the Stamps. 9:53 to go. Midway point of the game. And like Mike Slitt mentioned, a good night here for the Flin Flon boys. Wyatt Stinton, a pair of goals. And now
goalie change, Rob.
A pair of goals as well for Joey Lees. So we're going to see our first look here at Devin Peck, an American kid. He comes out of Colorado Springs.
And you told me that he arrived an hour before game.
That's what I was told.
Yeah. Tough on a young man, but it's a good thing they're young, Rob. I would have had to have a nap.
Sept and Fashawn, by the way, the assists on the Joey Lees power play goal, his second of the night. So our first look here at another Flin Flon Bomber goaltender. Devin Peck, of course, the Bombers, one of the first years in a long time, have not brought back either one of their goaltenders from the year before.
Yeah.
So Mike Reagan still kind of looking to see who his starter is. I thought that Burrows made some good saves.
I made a good case for himself tonight, I think. Devin Peck, a 20-year-old. We're going to have the media timeout.
Anyway, you're going to finish your point about Devin Peck?
Yeah, just that he's a 20-year-old, and do you know where he came, where he was at? I'm not sure.
It's that Point Blank Bulls, NCDC.
Yeah.
Wherever that is.
Well, in the US of A, I guess. I never heard of the Huntsville Havoc, though, of the Southern Professional Hockey League. But again, congratulations to Ashton Paul. I tell you, he had a fantastic, at least against the Bombers, a fantastic.
He was
play.
good. I watched a lot of the games in the finals against Weyburn. He was one of their better players.
Yeah. He really, he left Flin Flon, and I think he went to Portage La Prairie.
No, he went to Dauphin.
And then to Melfort, and he just shone when he got to Melfort under the tutelage of the Melfort coach, Mr. Blevins, and I know that Blevins was very, very high on Ashton Paul. So again, congratulations to him.
Face off inside the Stampeder zone. Goaltending change, like I mentioned, from the Bombers. Of course, Bastian came in to start the second period. Bombers have fired it's 14-1 the shots in this period in favor of Flin Flon. And they win another face-off back in the Stampeders zone. Ulmer off the draw, back up front, Lalamier. There's a chance in front! And the Bombers couldn't get a shot away. That was Stinton looking for the hat trick here. They'll work it back in front of the Stampeder net. They'll get the puck back to center. Big body check there as the Stamps Lanigan. Nice body check here as he steps into his guy, which was the young Flin Flon Bomber defenseman here in Barrett Leibel. And look out, we got a Stampeder over at the Bomber bench here. A few players jabbing at him.
That's Lanigan.
That was a heck of a check he just threw.
He's built
solid body check.
Yeah, he's built like a fire hydrant. He's got some
not
meat.
backing down at all.
Nope.
So 9:23 to go in the second period. Big check there. The Stampeders looking for any source of inspiration they can get to try and get back at this hockey game.
Lanigan gave it a good effort there with some with that big hit, and then he mixed it up with some Bombers on the bench.
Goebel will take the face-off against Wyatt Stinton outside the Swan River blue line. Flin Flon wins the face-off. Pierce Yakubchuk, the veteran, will tap that one back in. Waiting for it was Jackson Fleming. Back of the goal, grabbed here by Reimer. He lost the handle. Stampeders grab it right back. That's one of their veteran players from last year, Andrew Witskalis. He got it in tight. Now the puck is knocked down in front of the net. Flin Flon will try to clear it out. Looking for the loose puck at center. Was Wyatt Stinton. Another big body check there. Look out, Lalamir's come over and he's grabbed a hold of Fleming just below us here. I thought they might get at her. But play continues. Lalamir now going over and jousting here. With Goebel as well.
Yeah, the Stampeders have come out a little more physical this period, which I think they need to do. I think that's the only way they're going to slow down this fast skating bomber team.
So another face-off outside the Swan River blue line. Zielinski set for the face-off against Leo Seitz. Right back to Fashon at center. He'll rip it in. Flin Flon keeps it deep. There's a chance in front. Seitz fanning on it. Puck will go to the corner. It's back in the Stampeder net. They're trying to make something happen here. That's Lanigan. Fanned on it. Lanigan trying to get another whack at it. He'll flip it back down inside Flin Flon territory. Look out, now we got a scrum going on here. Two Stampeders have grabbed the hold of the Bomber. Now another Bomber. Leo Seitz wants to get in there. Any idea what started this here, Mike?
They just got tangled up. These two. I don't know who they are.
We can't see the numbers right now.
But they got tangled up and they went in, and then the Stampeder came in.
That's Jackson Haley for the Stampeders. I'm not sure what Bomber that is.
He's a big boy.
He certainly is.
Is that Lalamir?
No, that's not Lalamir. But again, they have no numbers on the sleeves here, and I didn't even see the number when he got in there. You know, they wore those nice jerseys last game. I wonder why they didn't wear them again tonight.
Yeah, I thought the same.
Stampeders are wearing good jerseys. You could actually see the numbers.
They're nice.
Here.
The Stampeder jersey's nice. As I say, I'm a proud owner of one. It's got my name on it, or at least my last name.
We'll have to wait for the announcement of penalties. Like we said, it was Haley for the Stampeders. I'm not sure what Bomber went in the box here. Anyway, coincidental roughing calls. It looked like both those guys wanted to get down to business here, but we'll wait and see when they go back out on the ice if something happens a little later in the game.
That one was a bit of a wrestling match until the other Stampeder joined in, and then.
So for the first time tonight, I think we're going to see 4-on-4 hockey, which is always exciting.
Yeah.
We saw 4-on-3 earlier, a 4-on-3 Stampeder power play, but we have yet to see 4-on-4. We'll get a look at that right now as Dollawall will take the face-off against Leo Seitz just outside the Bomber blue line. A 6-1 Flin Flon lead here tonight. Bombers win the face-off, but the Stampeders jump on the puck here. Nice effort that time by Bennett, but now it comes up. Bennett's got the Stampeder goal here tonight. There's a stretch pass for Bennett. Got a piece for the roll inside the Flin Flon zone. Flin will start things off deep in their own zone. Here comes Fashon. Nice drop pass. Picked up here by Yakubchuk. He'll take a look. Dollawall watches him. Back to Seitz. Get back to Arbery, but he had his pocket picked. The puck will roll back inside the Stampeders zone. Grabbed by Bolding. Bolding quickly got rid of it. Sept, he's going to get hauled down. So another Flin Flon Bomber power play coming up here. They're 2 for 4. We'll get opportunity number 5.
Got to keep your feet moving, and he missed it. Who was this fellow, Rob?
Bennett, I believe.
Yeah, he just had to reach out because as he was standing still.
So this should be a 4-on-3 too, should it not?
I would think so. Three ice wolves, 3 Stampeders out there, and we got 4 Bombers going in.
So another opportunity for Flin Flon, a 6-1 lead, 7.5 minutes remaining here in the second period. Joey Lee's 2 goals tonight. Looks like he's going to take the face-off as he'll line up here against the Stampeders. Zielinski. Lee's sights. Ewan up front with the young Flin Flon Bomber defenseman for Sean in the back end. Puck is deep inside the Stampeders zone. Ewan down, trying to get a stick on around the boards here for Lees. He'll play it back to Fashon. Fashon will hold it in. Here's Fashon at the blue line. Sends that pass over to Sept. Sept will take a look. Back out front to Lees. Lees walks in, shoots it off the pipe. That close to getting the hat trick. Lees gets it back. Here's Sept, dropped it back to Lees. Lees will take a look. Back out front. Fashon doesn't shoot. Fashon will hang on. Drop pass to Lees. Did he hold it in? Yes, he did. Rhett Ewan back of the net. Tried to get free along the boards. He does. Dropped it back to Lees. Lees will take a look. Drops the pass to Fashon. Back up front to Lees. A shot Fadden on it. And it gets blocked. It comes back to blue line. Held in by Fashon. Minute 5 to go in the power play. Lees feeds this back to Sept. Lees through traffic. Blocked. Nice job that time by Zielinski. Zielinski chopped at it, but he can't get it out. Fashon can't hold it in. Nice job here by the penalty killer Zielinski. A one-man wrecking crew there for the Stampeders. Flin Flon moved it ahead quickly though. Lees across the line, trying to tap that one back. Intercepted, set back to center. Grabbed by Fashon. 36 seconds remaining in the Flin Flon power play. Fashon tried to throw that back in the corner. Intercepted. Dollywell with a partial break. Dollywell down the left side, dropped it back. That's scooped up here by Haley. Intercepted by the Bombers, set back to center. Here comes the quick Wyatt Stitton, jumped on it. Back to Arbery, a chance. Shot! Save! Puck laying behind the goaltender. I think he's got it under his right pad.
Nice save.
Nice drop pass that time by Wyatt Stitton.
Yep, absolutely. Excuse me. Sorry, I getting to know these players. Devin Peck moved the puck up nicely, just like Burrows did in the first period, and just a smart play. The Stampeders were on a change, and he moved it up. Joey Lees just couldn't corral it to take it in.
17 seconds remaining in the penalty, 5:47 to the second period. It's a 6-1 Flin Flon lead. Lalamiere 2 assists tonight. We'll drop that one back. Now it gets intercepted. Picked up here by Martin. Martin tries to move ahead, but knocked off his stick. Lalamiere back. Throws it along the boards where it's picked up here by Betard. He'll leave it back of the goal for Lalamiere. Power play over. Flin Flon 2 for 5 in the game as Bennett will make his way back on the ice. Bennett has it outside the Bomber blue line. He'll chip it in. There's Lalamiere to get it. And he'll play that one back. Bombers try to set things up at center. Stitton can't knock it down out of Lalamiere's reach as well. And Arbery there to collect it. Here's Reed Arbery. Throwing the puck back inside the Swan River zone before it's cut off by Reimer. Reimer in the corner, battling here with Wyatt Stitton. Looking for some assistance. Picked up this time by the Stampeders. They do get it out. Grabbed here by Ulmer for Flin Flon. He'll flip it right back in. Racing in there is Brehot. Back to Stitton. A shot from a sharp angle goes wide. Knocked down, held in at the blue line by Leibel. Good pressure by the Bombers here. Leibel gets the return pass again. Takes a look, shoots it. Good save that time. Kicked away by the Stampeder netminder. That is Bastian. Flin Flon will get it back. Pass out front. Leibel off the glove. Bastian stopped it. Rebound picked up. Stampeders can't clear. Leibel again. Back up front. Leibel the redirection. He gets a goal. And why not? He was all over it. Leibel, nice job keeping that puck in and able to get loose out front, and he'll tap her home for a 7-1 Flin Flon lead.
That was just a matter of time, Rob. Again, the Stampeders chasing the puck, scrambly, and the Bombers were able to move the puck around and beat young Bastion. He's been left on his own devices in there.
Stampeders again, just one shot here in the second period. Flin Flon continues to pour on the offense here in this preseason game. The Stampeders have it. That's Sheck. He threw it away in front of his own net. The Bombers intercept with another chance. Puck is loose and eventually grabbed here by Gronwald. He'll feed it back down the ice, and Mounier back to get it as his being watched out front here. And he'll drop it off. Flin Flon flipped it around the boards. Grabbed here by Mounier. Mounier will play that one ahead. Stampeders intercept now and hits a back. Mounier will jump on it across the line. Mounier bringing it in. Got tied up that time by the Stampeders' Colison. Again, the Stampeders can't clear. Now they'll get a chance. Bounce pass in behind the D. That time was Gronwald, but he couldn't catch up with it. I don't think he reacted to the puck till it was too late. Anyway, Flin Flon picks it up. Here's Brehop. Dumping that one in for Tremblay. Tremblay will race in after it, but Conley there first, but Flin Flon holds it in anyway. Picked up in the corner by Donovan. Blue line it goes. This is Jakubchuk through traffic again. Knocked down in front by Tremblay. Spins, fires. Puck blocked. Tremblay will hold it in. Puck is intercepted. Stampeders will just simply flip it down the ice. This should be an icing call as Jakubchuk goes back. And the Stampeders will not be able to change, but they're having a hard time really getting going here, in particular in this second period, Mike. Yeah. Being outshot 20-2. Yeah,
they're just, as I say, sort of caught in mud out there. I tell you, Mike Regan's going to have, as always, but a real tough job finalizing this team. There's some good hockey players out there.
One of them right now taking the face-off is Seitz will line up here for the draw.
Leo Seitz has had a nice game.
Against the Stampeders, Goebel. I'd say Goebel, their second best face-off man next to Dollawall. He seems to take a lot of the face-offs anyway. Puck lifted off the ice back down in Flin Flon territory, and racing back to get it is Petard. Petard's got it, swings that pass to center. Seitz will dump that one in deep. Seitz will pick it up along the boards. He had a goal back in the opening period. Actually opened up the scoring for Flin Flon here tonight. Their first power play goal of the game. He's tied up in the corner. Puck squirts free, grabbed here by Conley, the Swan River D-man. But again, knocked down by Fashon. Flin Flon will hold it in. The Stampeders had a tough time getting the puck out of their own zone pretty much all night long. Flin Flon on the charge again as Rhett Ewan throws a body check, but Conley able to shake that one off. And he'll flip it back up the ice. That's young White. Jakubchuk back for Flin Flon. He got peppered up along the boards. Fashon rims it around here. Here's a quick pass to center, a little bit behind Rhett Ewan. Picked up here by Zielinski. Stampeders get it back. We'll try to counterattack here. Pass up the middle. Off of Alexander's skate, rolled back to the Flin Flon zone where it's grabbed here by Jakubchuk. He'll feed it back up the right side for Lees. Stampeders, though, back to get it. Dollawall at his blue line. Forced back inside the Stampeder zone. Dollawall's got it. Now he's got some room with the Bombers changing. Dollawall quickly across the Bomber line. Hangs on, spins, fires. Right pat save made here by Peck. Not a lot of action for him. Flin Flon back the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Alexander feeds it to Lalemire. Lalemire back off on Alexander. He scores. Beautiful goal. And all of a sudden it's 8-1. And if you're a goalie, how do you defend against that?
You can't. I was just thinking that, Rob Hart.
Beautiful goal.
It was a great goal. Again, Bastion left on his own. Just a great pass. And then a beautiful shot, hard and low. No hope for Bastion there.
Bombers taking an 8-1 lead. They're out shooting the Stampeders 41-13, and I don't care what goalie's in net there. Nobody's making that save. I'm wondering if they'll come back here and maybe give Rowan White a chance to come up play the third period just to give Bash a little bit of a break here. As you mentioned it earlier, he has not had a lot of support. An 8-1 Flin Flon lead. The puck is set back inside the Bomber zone, and they'll go back to retrieve it. They'll move it up. A quick pass to Wyatt Stinton. Stinton looked to make a move. He knocked it down, gets it in tight. Stinton will carry the puck in. Checked in the corner. Puck played ahead. Now it's scooped up here by Martin. Martin tried to come back out front that time for Lanigan. It took a bit of a slash. And the Bombers will work it back to center ice. Poked ahead to Lalamier. The guy that made that beautiful pass moments ago. There's a big body check there. Look out. We're going to have a scrap now. Mounier didn't like that hit on Stinton, and he comes over and he's grabbed a hold of Lanigan. And Mounier gets his stick over his head, his sweater over his head, but Lanigan still has his helmet on. Now it comes off. Mounier didn't like the hit. Here comes over in defense of his teammate. And you know what? I wonder if Lanigan will be thrown out of this game or not, because he didn't really get any shots in.
There he goes. Yeah. Drop the gloves, Rob. I think that's all you need to do. I guess they don't wear the tie downs.
19.6 seconds to go, and I guess you can kind of see this happening.
Yeah.
Runaway game here for Flin Flon. Some hits, and preseason guys take exception to it.
Yeah, right? And you know, a young fellow like Lanigan wants to get his team going, and he wants to impress the coaches. So he looks like a real strong young man. So it's like an old school fight with that sweater over their head, Rob. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah, Mounier grabbed a hold of him, tried to get a couple in on him, but the officials got in there very quickly and negated that. But how about that goal by Landon Alexander and a beautiful pass from Lalamier. His third assist of this hockey game. Boy, has he been impressive or what?
Yeah, he sure has. Dhaliwal not happy with whatever this call is.
Yeah, it's an extra 2 minutes up there. Well, probably for the hit initially, I think, is what led all to all that.
Maybe.
But Lalamier, like we said, was leading all point getters in the SJHL heading into tonight's game. Now in a double figures for points with 10. And that was just an absolutely beautiful pass that he fed Landon Alexander to put the Bombers up by a score of 8-1 here. And so much for my prediction before the game. I thought we were going to see a tight, low-scoring affair here in this game.
I forgot you mentioned that, Rob. Yeah.
I was wrong.
Low scoring for Swan, unfortunately.
Face off back at the Stampeders zone. Another Flin Flon power play. They're 2 for 5. We're going to go with some youngsters out here on this power play as Dhaliwal will tie up in the face-off circle. Flin Flon holds it in. Ulmer along the boards. Dropped it back. The blue line picked up by Leibel, who's got a goal here tonight. Back up front for Brehot. He'll rip that one wide, and he'll hit the boards and come down the ice. There's Leibel. Feeds it back to Brehot. Brehot inside the Stampeders zone. Tried to throw that out front for Ulmer, and it's out of his reach, and they'll blow that down. But boy, a very dominating period for Flin Flon. They'll outshoot the Stampeders 21-3.
Yeah, it was one-sided. I don't know, Rob, if the Whitney Forum Ice Crew will have to flood the Bomber zone there. They didn't get in very often. What was it? 3 shots, yeah.
And one of them, I think, was from well out. I think there was no real difficult saves in that second period that I could see.
No.
Anyway, we're going to recap the goals and take a break here. It was 3-1 Flin Flon after one, and boy, they just came out all guns a-blazing here in the second period tonight. Lees, what a period he had. His first for Fashon and Alexander, made it 4-1 at 4:03. Stinton comes back, his second of the game from Yakimchuk and Lalamier at the 5:10 mark. 5-1 Flin Flon. Lees again on the power play, second from Sept and Fashon at 8:53. Then Leibel, his first from Ulmer at 15:41, and a late goal by Landon Alexander, which I say is probably the nicest goal of the game. A 2-on-1, he's able to convert on a beautiful pass from Lalamier, and he's able to score that one late at 18:57. And again, the shots in the second period tonight. 21-3 Flin Flon, a 2-period total of 41. The Stampeders, a 2-period total now of 14. And that's the tail of the tape after 2 periods of play. Yeah,
it was not a great period of hockey, but a lot of good plays. You got to love goalies, Rob. I just noticed that Devin Peck gave Sam Bastian a nice tap on the glove. It's always it is a union, and they respect each other. And I think Mr. Peck felt bad for Sam Bastian.
Well, the Stampeders really back on their heels that second period, and their goaltenders, actually both of them, I thought, have played fairly decently here tonight. So a big lead for the Bombers, 8-1 after 40 minutes of play. We'll take a break and come back with the third period here momentarily. And welcome back to the Whitney Farm. We're getting ready for the third period here tonight. All Bombers in this preseason effort against the Stampeders. 5 goals in the second period have taken an 8-1 lead. After 40 minutes of play, the Stampeder goaltenders certainly getting their work tonight as they face 41 shots combined as the Stampeders started the game tonight with the goaltender Rowan White before making way for Sam Bastian.
Looks like Sam is coming back in the game to start this third period.
Bombers also going with 2 goalies tonight. Braden Burrows only had to face 12 shots. And Devin Peck is coming in relief. They want to get a look at him, but he's only had to face 2 shots here so far. We'll see if the Stampeders can make something happen in the third. I'm assuming that with Mike Reagan having the big lead and wanting to see what he's got with some of the younger guys, you might see more of the third and fourth line here in the third period.
Yeah, and different power play combinations if power and penalty kills if the opportunity presents itself.
Well, Bombers have made their way out there, and Devin Peck, like we said, making his Bomber debut here tonight. Out of Colorado Springs.
I might have been wrong, Rob. Oh no, yeah, Bastian's going in.
Yeah, it's Bastian. And Flin Flon will begin the period on the power play. They're 2 for 5 tonight. Opportunity number 6. And we'll see if the Bombers can keep that potent power play going. Like we said, coming into the game tonight, 45% on the power play in the preseason, and they've scored a couple more in this game, and their penalty kill hasn't been too shabby either. 93%. They've given up just 1 power play goal in the entire preseason. So stats-wise, so far, so good for Flin Flon. But again, you got to remember, you're not playing a lot of A lineups in the preseason, and
no.
We'll have a lot better idea when the season starts for real 1 week from tomorrow. By the way, the other game tonight's got Nipawin leading Laurent 2-1. That's in the second period. Graham Brown, by the way, in net for Laurent here tonight. That'll go off the Stampeder goal scorer's skate. Once again, Ryder Bennett opened up the scoring for the Stampeders back at the 8:53 mark, and that close to making it 2-0. That breakaway by Dollawall, and since then, Flin Flon's not really allowed many good scoring opportunities. Brehat has it at center. Brehat will dump this one in. It comes right back in front of the Stampeder net. Puck is clear to the blue line. That's held in here by the Bomber D-man Betard. Brehat will race after it. The puck is pinned up along the boards here by Sheck and worked free here by Dollawall. Dollawall to center. Sends it in on target. Save is made here by Peck, and rebound picked up here by Brehat. He'll flip that back to Betard. Betard being watched back in it. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Gets it back to Brehat. Brehat puts it ahead to Ulmer. Ulmer then got that one ahead to L'Esperance. Back to Brehat, a shot. Save made, rebound up front, they score! That's Michael Donovan. And that's another power play goal, Mike. The Bombers 3 for 6. Michael Donovan, another terrific looking rookie.
Yeah.
He'll get his second in the preseason. And boy, the Bombers just continue to pour on the offense, do they not?
They sure do. The Stampeders a little dejected, all sitting down on the bench. Not a lot of life.
So Donovan scores his second in the preseason, a power play goal. Flin Flon's taking a 9-1 lead here tonight. Here's Yakimchuk. He'll feed that one back to center, and that's flipped back inside the zone by Leibel. He had a goal back in the second period. Stampeders work it free. Yakimchuk knocked it down. He'll rip that over top of the net. Leibel will pick it up, and he gets dumped on the play. Still gets a chance to shoot it. Fanned on it. Puck in front of the Swan River net. There's a maze of players there looking to dig it free. Eventually grabbed here by Bokelder. And he'll dump it back inside the Flin Flon zone. That'll be an icing call with 18:07 to go. So did you get the assist on that one?
I did not, Rob. It's so hard to hear, even with not a huge crowd.
So 18:07 to play. We'll pick up that assist for you momentarily. I know Donovan got it.
Billy Williamson will have that for us at any moment.
Second in the preseason. And well, you mentioned it earlier, Mike Reagan, a lot of difficult decisions.
Yeah.
With a lot of tremendous young players here. Bombers work it free. Back out front. There's an opportunity that time for Alexander. Of course, had a nice goal. expand on it. Ewan back in the goal, got that back over to Joey Lees, having himself a very impressive preseason. 2 goals tonight. Puck won't stay in though, it comes back to center. It's picked up and fired back in here by Flin. Bombers back of the net. They almost seem to be anticipating where these pucks are going.
Yeah.
All the time. They're beating them to almost every loose puck. Haley for the Stampeders, back of the net, cut off here by Alexander. He'll feed it back to blue line. There's a long shot, shot by Yakubchuk, kicked away. Rebound, Bombers can't jump on it. But coming close again, as Alexander throws a body check and knocks his guy to the ice. Yakubchuk races to keep it in. Now it comes out and scooped up here at center ice that time by Groenwald. He'll get it back inside the Flin Flon zone. Goes past the blue line. Knocked down that time by Reimer. Shot though didn't make it through. There's Flin. He gets tag team here and gets knocked to the ice. The Stampeders have been by far the more physical team in this game. Bombers looked at the center. Reimer will flip it right back in. Puck will come out. Grabbed here by Fleming. Tried to come back up the middle of the dollar wall. Missed him. Flin flipped it ahead to Arbery. That one got knocked down at center ice. But again, Flin Flon gets it back. They'll flip it ahead. That's grabbed here by Bennett. Sent it back in the Flin Flon zone. Somebody loses their stick. That's Seitz. As he got hammered below, his stick went flying. I think another penalty's coming up here. High sticking penalty going to be called against the Stampeders, and Flin Flon right back to the power play for the 7th time in this game. Pitch Skalny. The returning Swan River Vets.
Not happy about that.
No.
Rob, just a reminder that Northland Ford will be putting on a tailgate party for the home opener. Free hot dogs and beverages and...
what kind of beverages are we talking?
We're talking soda and water, Rob. The hot dogs are going to be good, though. I'm not cooking them.
Bree Hot off the face-off has got it. He'll take a look. He's got lots of room to work with. Bree Hot will hang on along the boards. Swings it back to right point. Knocked down. Flin Flon holds it in. Leibel back up front. Bree Hot a chance with a quick shot and a good save that time. Shutting the door. Good save, tracking the puck well.
Yeah.
Was Bashan.
Sam Bashan made a save, again, a good puck tracking save just in that last series, and then another great one there, like you said.
L'Esperance will take the face-off here against Zielinski. The Bombers win the draw, and they're giving some other guys a chance to play the power play like we thought that they would. That's Ulmer along the boards. A lot of Regina kids out there right now, so he'll drop that back of the goal. Back to blue line it goes. There's a nice pass off. Bree Hot shoots it, save made, a good one. Courtesy of the Stampeder netminer, who's been busy. Flin Flon up to 44 shots. Held at the right point that time by L'Esperance. Back to Ulmer up front, backdoor. Bree Hot, he scores. And the Regina combination will make it 10-1. Bree Hot able to convert on that beautiful pass by L'Esperance. He kind of set the whole thing up. And that'll make it 10-1 Flin Flon here. Bree Hot second of the preseason as well.
Yeah, I mean...
Look at the pass. He just goes backdoor here as you get the replay. And
Stampeders just standing.
No chance whatsoever for the goaltender.
I mean, that's not a goaltender issue there. That's the defensive breakdown of the Swan Valley Stampeders.
Flin Flon 4 for 7 on the power play here, as Bree Hot will get his second of the preseason. Stampeders intercept. They send it right back in. Bolding. That's grabbed back in the goal by Peck. Flin Flon tried to clear it out. Arbery had it knocked off his stick. Good persistence that time by Martin. Throws a body check, but the puck does come out down the ice, and Bassett will stay in his net. It's picked up this time by Conley. Conley will turn the corner. Flin Flon trying to hold it in. Conley at his blue line. Conley to center. Will send it inside the Flin Flon zone. Not a lot of offensive zone time at all for the Stampeders here tonight. Leibel, a goal tonight. Moved it ahead. It's flipped back to the Stampeders side of center. Zielinski cut that one off. Sorry, make that Conley. Conley will pick it up back of his own net. 14:47 to go. Conley chased here by Arbery. He'll move it ahead. Banked it off the boards. Grabbed here just outside the blue line. Fired back in that time. Hit a leg. Joey Lee's on top of it. He'll tap that one in for Rhett Ewan. He tried to find some room. Bumped off the plate. Puck picked up by Boakholder. Boakholder Fans on it, got caught by Alexander. Alexander with the steal, tripped up, will drop it back here to Lees. Lees spins, fires, shot right on, and Bastian there to make the save. Flin Flon hovering on 50 shots now. Out shooting the Stampeders 47-14. And right now it's 7-1 here in the third period.
Tough to analyze these goaltenders for the Bombers because they've only had 14 shots.
And like I said, not a lot of real good opportunities in this game. Flin Flon works it back to blue line. That's Vachon. Along the boards to Lees. He'll wrap that around. Alexander looking for it back of the goal. Yakimchuk will jump up in the play, try to throw it back out front. Vachon knocked it down. Can't keep the puck in, though. Stampeders with some pressure. Looking to get the puck across the line, but they're offside. Blown down with 13:55 to go.
You know, I
got a Stampeder now trying to mix it up here. That's Zach Zielinski. He's had a little bit of tenacity in his game tonight.
Yeah, you know, when if I could give goaltenders a word of advice is if you, especially the Bomber ones right now, because they're not getting many shots, is to work your tail off in practice. Make the practices like games, because that's really the only evaluation you might get. And you know, don't take practice off. Work hard.
Face off outside the Flin Flon Bomber blue line. Lalamier, haven't called his name for a while, but he's been a factor in this hockey game. 3 assists here tonight. Of course, they've given him a little bit of rest on the power play. There's a lead pass to Ulmer. That's poked off his stick. Bombers will dump it back in, hit the post. Bastian kind of lost sight of it. Stampeders have it. There's a stretch pass to center, but chipped back inside the Flin Flon zone. L'Esperance goes down. Puck stolen here by the Stampeders' Gronwald, but he can't get the shot away. Zielinski will get it back. He'll hammer it inside Flin Flon territory. Bombers regroup back of their own net as the Stampeder forward waits in front of the net. Here's Ulmer. Feeds that back to Lalamier, a little bit behind him. Lalamier will get to it, try to throw it back across the Stampeder line. That got broken up. Here's Leibel. Ulmer at center. Got that one back over to Lalamier, but his pass got blocked. Dollawall comes back to get it. He'll feed that one back inside the Flin Flon zone. Icing is called. 12:54 remaining. Once again, a convincing 10-1 lead here by the Bombers here in this third period.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call, Rob. I know, but you know, we hadn't seen it. Dollawall hadn't been visual there for quite a while, but boy, he's a nice smooth skater when he's out there.
Bombers win the draw, comes right back. Hubbard on target, and a nice glove save that time by the Swan River netminder. Reid Arbery right off the faceoff gets a quick chance. And they'll do it all again here deep inside Swan River territory. Off the faceoff. Bombers work it back out front to Arbery, but the Stampeders will get it out. Puck comes back to center. Look out, there's a good slash that time on Tremblay. He'll throw that in for Seitz. He knocked his guy to the ice. Bombers try to hold it in. Arbery will pick it up. He'll lift it over the right side, but intercepted this time by Colison. He lifts it down the ice. Icing again.
I was watching Devin Peck while the play was in the other end. He's constantly working on movement. It's a big thing with goalies these days is movement, and he's always, at least in this game, he's always moving around the net, making goalie moves and practicing. So he's working on it.
And the Bombers are using this fourth line quite a bit more here in this third period. Seeing a lot of L'Esperance, Brehot, and Ulmer. All three guys, by the way, who played minor hockey together in Regina.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, Brehot's listed from Whitewood, but was playing in Regina, of course. And actually went to Pat's camp here. Wasn't even at Bomber main camp this year. He's at the Regina Pat's camp. But he's from Whitewood. L'Esperance and Ulmer both from Regina. But all three of these players know each other well, which would make sense why they're playing on the same line here tonight. Face off inside the Stampeder zone to the right of the netminder. Sam Bastian. Puck loose in Stampeder territory. Stamps fight to get the puck out. Legault, he's knocked to the ice. He's going to actually draw a penalty. And we'll get to see the Swan River power play for just the third time in this game.
Yeah,
Penalty going to be called here against Leibel, the D-man. Not sure what the call is.
It'll be interesting to see he's putting the big guns out for the penalty kill here. I was wondering if he might have try something a little different.
So Joey Lees will go out there to take the face off. Way back inside the Flin Flon zone. I've not seen much play in the Bomber end in this entire hockey game. Stampeders started well, got that first goal.
Yeah.
Looked like, and then again, that save on Dolwell on that breakaway. And last real good chance. Here's a race for the puck now as Alexander goes flying down the ice. And boy, he's like a torpedo going in there.
Yeah, you don't want to go in that corner with Landon now.
Conley, though, held his ground well, and the Stampeders will move it ahead. Broken up with the Bomber blue line. Goes over top of the stick that time. A Boakholder. Stamps hold it in. Back of the Bomber net. Picked up that time. Ooh, by Goebel. He goes down hard in the corner. Yakubchuk knocked him to the ice.
Yeah, he was a little ways away from the boards, but I think Pierce sort of held him up a bit so he didn't go in too hard.
Minute 28 remaining in the Stampeder power play. 11:25 to go here in the third period.
Mike Reagan over on the bench trying to keep interest up.
Off the face-off, Flin Flon will poke it free. Legault back in his blue line. And he feeds that one over to Bolding. Stampeders will poke it inside the Flin Flon zone. That's Fashon back in his own net, trying to make something happen. He'll flip it out. Down the ice it goes. Stampeder goaltender Bastian comes out, lets Legault take it. He'll swing that pass back over to Dollawall. Dollawall, good move to center ice. Tapped ahead. Here's an opportunity maybe for Bolding. And he gets stood up that time by Fashon, and he'll get the weak shot on net. The save is made here.
You mentioned Legault's name quite a bit tonight, Rob. I think he's a keeper for the Stampeders.
Yeah, I would think so. Face-off back in Flin Flon territory. And again, the Stampeder goaltender, Ryder Bennett, way back early in the game, takes the face-off here. And the Stamps win the draw. Bennett tied up in the corner, though. Yakubchuk's got a hold of him. Looking to dig that puck free was Campbell. Campbell's got it, walks out front, gets a shot away. Peck will kick it out, rebound right on Dollawell's stick. Back of the goal. Back out front it goes, but it makes its way past the defenseman Bolding. Down the ice, Bastian will make the save. Will give way to Legault. 22 seconds to go in the power play. And Legault will start things off at square one. He'll let Dollawall take it. Here comes Dollawall. Stick handling the center, fanned on it. Puck in his skates. Tapped it ahead. Broke it up at the Bomber blue line that time by Batard. Legault has it. There's 5 seconds remaining in the Stampeder power play. And he'll feed that one back to Scheck. Scheck will dump it in. Peck will come out. Penalty is over. Stampeders 0 for 3 in this game. They get the puck though inside the Bombers. Oh, down front, there's a good chance on point blank range from Legault. Haven't been many of those tonight, but Legault gets a good chance. That's probably their best scoring opportunity since way back in the opening period. Flin Flon will hold it in. Goes in the corner. Grabbed by Scheck. He takes a body check, but able to work it free back of the net. Scooped up here by Colison. And he'll play it back to center. Yakubchuk dropped right back on it. Here's Brehot a goal tonight for L'Esperance. Back out front, he had Ulmer wide open, couldn't get it to him. Leibel will knock it down in the corner for Ulmer. Ulmer tried to make something happen, dropped it up. Brehot a chance, that got blocked again. Good pressure by this fourth line by Flin Flon, who continued to keep the puck inside the Stampeder zone. Fashon lost that one. There's a 2-on-1 for the Stampeders, possibly, but Fashon gets back. Takes it right off the stick that time, a Boakholder. Brehot. Can't find it, L'Esperance does. Fashon will feed it back to Leibel. Up the middle, he had a guy wide open, but Brehot couldn't catch up with it to roll it on goal. And held on to here by Bastian.
What a fantastic back check by Vauchon there. He misplayed the puck, and then he just got back on his horse and prevented a Stampeder opportunity.
Media timeout. Nipwood now in front of Laurent, 3-1. That one is in the second period here tonight. Like we said, that Nipwood Hawk team going to be a fun team to watch here this season.
Yeah.
I know Mason Karkachuk had a goal in that game. He's checking it over right now. So Karkachuk, Parsa, and Watson. The goals for Nipwood. Laurent's got their lone goal from Alexander Raskin tonight. And there are rumors circulating out there. You and I were talking off the air that the Laurent starting goaltender from last year, Graham Brown, was not returning, but he's playing tonight, so go figure. Can't believe anything anybody tells you.
Misinformation, Rob.
No kidding.
You know that I live with it daily.
Are you talking about Janice?
No, she's the voice of truth. The Facebook warriors.
10-1, a Flin Flon lead. A big one here was we get the media timeout. The face-off back inside the Stampeders zone as Reed Arbery will go back to work. The face-off here against Zach Stolinski. Great to see Graham Brown back in Laurent. I will say that, one of the top netminders in the league for sure.
Great for Laurent to have him back too.
Stampeders to get the puck out. Grabbed here at center ice. A little bit of stick wackling going on there as Donovan took a shot. Jakubchuk back at his blue line. Nice move there. Played it ahead. Chance here for Flin Flon. Knocked down here by Tremblay, but good job that time on the Swan D-man. Fleming to knock it away from him. Bombers hold it in. Jakubchuk along the boards. Tried to come back out front. Tremblay after it. Can't knock it down. Picked up instead by Gronwald and fed off the glass back at the Flin Flon zone. Less than 8 minutes to go. Here comes Pierce Jakubchuk. Played that one ahead. Tipped it back. L'Esperance found on it. And then intercepted this time by Zielinski. Stampeders work it back to their blue line. That's picked up here by Bolding. Let off his stick quickly. Chance now for Flin Flon. L'Esperance throws it towards the front of the net. Swatted away that time by Bastion. Arbery after the loose puck. But picked up here by Bolding. Bolding has it at center. Bolding, couple nice moves over. He gets knocked to the ice. Dollawall will upend his guy, Rhett Ewan. Puck underneath him, and they'll blow that one down with 7:18 to go. 51-18 is the shots.
Wow.
In favor of Flin Flon here in a 10-1 lead.
And you know, both goalies for Swan would like a couple back, but they've really been left out on their own, and it's tough. Being a goalie ain't easy, Rob.
No, not in a game like this, for sure.
No.
Dollawall will take the face-off here against Leeds. The Stampeders win the face-off. They try to make something happen and goes back to blue line. That's grabbed here by Bolding, but quickly knocked away from him. Chance now for Ewan racing up the left side. Ewan back up front to Alexander. He's got an open net and he shoveled it wide. I think the D-man actually partially blocked it.
Yeah.
Here comes Haley. Back to Dollawall. Lee's back to cut it off. Lee's loses out front and the Stampeders jump on it. They score. Alex Campbell says, thank you very much. He'll grab that.
Yep.
And a little bit of life here for the Stampeders in the third period have got drawn with an 8. But Campbell takes it right off the stick here of Joey Lees, and that'll be an unassisted goal here. But
here's a power play, or
give the Stampeders credit here. They haven't quit.
Oh boy, yeah.
Taken right off his stick, and he'll fire it home. If you're a coach, you can tell Mike Reagan's looking up at the replay. He doesn't like it. Turnovers
and penalties. Good for Swan, not giving in. Bolding made a great defensive play to start that whole thing. I think he did block that shot, and
the Stampeders come back with a nice goal here. And I'm pretty sure Campbell will get it unassisted. It is an unassisted goal. Bombers dump it in. You can see Mike Reagan look up at the replay. He did not like that one. You never want to see a guy take it right off one of your player's sticks, but that's just what happened there. Those Stampeders fight back to get their second goal of the game. Flin Flon will play it ahead. Here's an opportunity now as they'll drop that one back here to Wyatt Jakubchuk. He steps into it. Back out front, they score. Reed Arbery will collect that one. And talk about being in the right place at the right time once again.
Yeah, again, I don't think Sam Bastian had a chance on that one either.
No, he didn't. It took a funny hop, and nobody picked up Arbery at all in front of the net.
Yeah. Oh, look at him all by himself there.
So Reed Arbery makes no mistake there. And I believe that's Arbery's first of the preseason too, if I'm not mistaken. But they're back in front 11-2 here with 6:17 to go. Leo Seitz at center. And he'll dump it in. Puck picked up back of the goal here by Sheck. Sheck being covered. The Stampeders flip it ahead. They're looking for Pucksolny at center. Never got there. Puck is jumping around, but grabbed here by Zielinski. They'll rip that one wide. Pucksolny knocked it down. In the corner that time for Groenwald, but take it off his stick. Here come the Bombers again. Another 2-on-1 opportunity. As they'll throw that one back, but rip wide that time, courtesy of Tremblay. Stampeders get back on the offensive at center, flipped in that time by Sheck. Knocked free back of the goal that time by Batard. Here comes Tremblay. Center ice for Arbery, ripped it in. Lalamier back out there, but he got knocked off the play that time by Reimer. Here come the Stampeders to center, stick handling away, it's Legault. Down the left wing, will fire that over top of the net. A little bit of room for him, and puck will make its way back in Stampeder territory. Fleming is there. Off the boards, chipped ahead and grabbed by Legault, but intercepted by Jakubchuk. Tried to come back to Brehot. Brehot will race after it in the corner. Brehot lost the handle. Picked up instead this time by Dollawall. Nice pass outside the zone. Finds Legault at center. Banked that one ahead, trying to hit Bennett, who's got one of the two Swan River goals tonight, but he does knock it down eventually, gets it back to blue line. That one got partially blocked there by L'Esperance, and try to play it ahead. Now it comes out. Legault been out there for a long time for the Stampeders. He has it at center. He'll send it back inside the Flin Flon zone. Batard knocked it down. 4.5 to go in the game. Here's a stretch pass, a good one. Rhett Ewan behind the D. Ewan cuts in, save, rebound, and Bastian stopped that one as well. Flin Flon still after it. Leads for the hat-trick, fires that one off his mask. Well, the Stampeders giving Flin Flon full range to the net. They've not done a good job keeping them from going to the front of the net tonight. That's 3 saves there by Bastian on 3 open opportunities. Give the young man credit, doing his job, kept the puck out. All 3 saves from point-blank range. Puck will come back to center. Lees can't pick it up. Grabbed instead here by Bokelder. He'll flip it in. Peck got his stick on it. Alexander tried to play that one ahead to Lees. Intercepted that time by Bolding. Flin Flon back on it. Alexander up the right side. Alexander walked in, fired on target. The save made by Bastian. And he's got the rebound with 3:34 to go, so pushing and shoving in front of that Swan River net. They didn't like the fact that they went flying to the net again.
Yeah, he got pushed into Bastian, and of course the Swan Valley Stampeders come to their goalie's rescue, which they should.
Boy, lots of offense here tonight. Wasn't expecting this type of game, I got to be honest with you.
No, me either. But, you know, you don't know who... I'm not sure if it's a lot of a different lineup from the other night or not, but...
I think it's quite a bit different.
Yeah, you never know.
Anyway, 3:21 remaining here. Bombers, of course, will close out the preseason tomorrow night here against the Blizzard. Penalty coming up against Flin Flon here.
High stick.
That puck is sent down the ice by Colison. Jakubchuk will pick it up, and the Stampeders will get their 4th power play of the game.
Dangerously close to the eye of, I'm not sure, numbered Luke Scheck. I think he's okay. Trainer having a look at him. Yeah, he's okay. He's going to go to the dressing room.
That's Luke Scheck taking a bit of a stick. And the Stampeders, one last power play here with 3:10 remaining in the hockey game. An 11-2 Flin Flon lead. Face off to the right of the goaltender Peck, really not tested in this game. Dollawall will hold it in. Legault out there as well, but puck is picked up by the Bombers, set to the corner. Bennett couldn't grab it. Lees gets to it, and he'll hammer it down the ice. And racing back to pick up the puck is Bolding. Almost lost it, but kept it ahead of him. Legault comes back to help out. Legault to Dallowall at center. Slaps that one back over in Bennett's direction, but a little bit out of his reach. Lee's got it back. He'll rip it around the boards, back down the ice. Bastian thought about coming out. He'll let Bolding take it. Bolding back of the net, has it. Back to Dallowall, dropped it back to Bolding, a little bit behind him. He'll go back and grab it as Seitz watches him. Here's Bolding. Back to Dallowall. Dallowall to center. Swings that pass. Back across the Bomber line before it's broken up. Sent back down the ice. Bastian will stop it. Bolding will take over back of the net. I've not really been able to set up on the power play. Leo Seitz goes back there, gets a hold of Bolding, but got a little bit of assistance from Campbell, who's got the second Swan River goal here tonight. Here's Campbell to his blue line. To center. Trying to swing that pass over in the direction that time of Legault, but wide of him. Bombers clear it out. Nice job that time by Seitz. Got this stick up a little bit high here with Dason Martin. 30 seconds remaining in the Swan River penalty, or power play rather. Martin's got it, he'll swing it in. Stampeders jump on it. Fashon, though, gets a hold of it. He ripped that around the boards, back down the ice again, and that'll force the Stampeders back in their own zone. Martin is there. Martin forced back, almost lost it. Now he gets it taken away. Nice job that time by the young Flin Flon forward here, L'Esperance. Power play over. Stampeders throw it inside the Flin Flon zone, peck back of his own net. He'll clear it back to center. Jumping on it is Ewan. Beats it back to L'Esperance. Back to Ewan, a chance. Good stick save that time. Bastian, nice give and go that time by L'Esperance and Ewan. And a good save by Bastian, who's made some good ones here in this third period.
You know, Rob, I haven't noticed or seen Wyatt Stinton out. And I'm just looking at the bench. I don't see him there.
No, I don't think he's out there.
I don't think he's played this third period.
Maybe they gave him the third period off. Let's hope that's what it was.
Yeah, 2 goals on the night.
And a guy that, like we said, we count on for some offense here.
There he is, dressed in his street clothes down in the corner.
He looks okay, but hard to tell, right? A question, I guess, to ask Mike Reagan before the beginning of tomorrow night's game.
Yeah.
L'Esperance at center for Flin Flon will try to chip that one back in. 30 seconds remaining in the game. Haley for the Stampeders will try to flip that one ahead. It came back to center. Bombers dump it in. Goes back to the goal where it's grabbed here by Fleming. A couple guys on him. Haley tried to get back in position and get a stick on it as well. Puck along the boards. Good work here by the Bombers. Brehot can't pull the trigger. Grabbed by Zielinski. Zielinski away to Haley. A little bit in behind him. Haley will dump it in. Yakimchuk will go to pick it up, and that's going to do it for the game here tonight. And a solid 11-2 victory here for the Flin Flon Bombers, who get set to wrap up the preseason tomorrow night against the Northern Manitoba Blizzard.
Yeah, I think the guys will be happy to get this preseason over and get going with the real stuff.
Well, the Stampeders do get another goal there in the period, so a little bit of, I guess, motivation. They will close out the preseason in the Paw on Saturday. So Bombers Blizzard here tomorrow, and then the Stampeders Blizzard, of course, will finish off the preseason on Saturday at the Roy Johnson Arena.
They're going to shake hands. Good for them.
That's good, or shaking the
ref hands. It looked like they were lining up to shake hands.
I'll tell you what, that's still a first-class move here by Alex Campbell.
And Dollywall, here comes a few of the other guys.
Well, you don't get to see each other too often. Dollywall might know a lot of these guys. He played his AAA hockey in Brandon, like we mentioned. I think he knows Joey Lees, I think. Anyway, a solid victory for Flin Flon here tonight, but again, it's all about evaluating talent. Does Mike Reagan, after this game, have any more of an idea who makes his team and who doesn't?
I know he'd like to see more goaltending there. The guys just haven't had a chance to show it, but I don't know, Rob. It's tough. There are some good efforts out there. It's tough. I think he's probably got a good idea. Tomorrow, they're going to have to show what they have. Again, I don't know how many goaltenders he has in camp, but it's so tough to evaluate them in a game like today.
Well, let's recap the third period goals here tonight. I don't feel like running through all of them again, so let's do the third period before we sign off here tonight. It was a convincing lead for the Flin Flon Bombers. They led it 8-1 after two. They'd score 3 goals in the third period. Donovan second from Brehot at 1:15 in. And Brehot second from Ulmer and Donovan at 4:14. Campbell will get the Stampeders on the board. He took it right off the stick of Joey Lees, gets his first of the preseason unassisted goal to make it 10-2, and then one more goal for Flin Flon late. Reed Arbery, and a nice setup here from Wyatt Yakimchuk at 13:36 to close out the scoring. Shots in the period, 18-5 Flin Flon. They wind up with 59 here tonight. The Stampeders wind up at 19. Power play is a big part of the game as well. Swan River, not many opportunities. They go 0 for 4, but Flin Flon tonight, 4 for 7 with the extra attacker.
Yeah, tough game to call, tough game to watch, but Bombers, it's hard to tell, but they look they're looking pretty good.
You got 3 stars before we wind it down?
I kind of do here, Rob. Third star I'm going to give to Nathan Lalamere. He had 3 assists tonight to add to those points that he's been getting. Second star, Landon Alexander with 2 assists and 1 goal.
That's a beautiful goal, too, that he scored tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to give the first star to Joey Lees. I thought he played, I think he's played, had a good preseason, and I thought he had a good game. One bad mistake, but he made up for it in other ways. And I got to mention Wyatt Stinton with 2 goals. Didn't play the third period for whatever reason. Let's hope it's nothing major, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night.
There you go, the final score 11-2. Don't forget the Bombers, like we said. We'll close out the preseason against the Northern Manitoba Blizzard here tomorrow night. That game will be not only on Flow TV, but radio as well, which means we'll hit the airwaves at 7:10 with the pregame show and drop of the puck as well at 7:30 for the 7th preseason game and the 3rd and final installment of the Battle of Northern Manitoba.
You're going to be okay without me?
I'll do the best I can. I'll do the best that I can.
I know you will.
It'll be a struggle. Everybody's talking about it.
You're only human.
Anyway, we're going to do the best that we can tomorrow. Mike, thanks for your help here tonight.
Always.
Flin Flon Bombers, a convincing 11-2 victory, and looking forward to puck drop for real when the regular season begins 1 week from tomorrow.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and have a great weekend.